you have a last name that in English is not really pronounceable because the V, right? So how is it pronounced? Just so I know, so that, I don't say the wrong name all interview long.
It's Jakub Stvrtecky, but I know it's hard for you.
Yeah. So it's that V, just that there is no, it just doesn't exist. That combination of letters. So yeah, I have always had problems with it. Can you say it one more time, please?
Jakub Stvrtecky.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Penalty Loop Podcast, a podcast about biathlon by Jordan Gottschalk from Penalty Loop and a regular guest, RJ Weiss from Biathlon Analytics.
You guys are up in Finland right now?
Yes, we are in Finland 4 days already.
Okay.
For training camp, and it's quite good so far.
Excellent.
Congelati?
Oh, no, vuokati.
Oh, okay.
And you guys are on snow?
Yeah, there is quite a lot of snow from last year. I think they've got 5 kilometers and really clean snow, so great for training.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys going to be out? Are you guys going to be away from home now until the start of the season, or do you guys get to go back at all?
No, we are coming back on 7th. On 7th next month, and then a few days at home, and then back here to Vuokatti for around more than a week. Then again back home, and then to Kontiolahti.
Excellent.
Is it quite up north then? Were you Vuokatti?
Yeah.
So is it like did they have natural snow already as well, or
No.
Oh, okay. It's cold enough for.
It's from storage from last year's snow.
Right.
Got it. So you I'm already off my order. I had a whole list set up already out of order. But so thinking of like how you structure your off season, like from April through November. Clearly, I mean, you had an excellent peak at Summer Worlds when you won the sprint gold medal, which was awesome. So was that a goal like in the off season, like, hey, I want to be in really good, or was that just like a really cool moment for you as you continue to build towards the winter season? Was the Summer Worlds a distinct goal, or was it just like a cool byproduct of some really good training?
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't goal at all. So we went to Otepää from full training. So I was happy that I was managed to win the race for sure, but it wasn't goal. Yeah.
You guys as a team had a really nice week out there, so that had to be a lot of good celebrating.
Yeah, it was. Our running times were really good, I think. We a little bit struggled with shooting, but I hope it will be better in winter.
Yeah, well, it had to be a good sort of checkpoint for you guys to know that with the new coaching, that that things were sort of progressing in a really nice manner.
Yeah, we were as a small team. I think we were happy that we are on good way. Would say before winter.
Yeah,
but it was just summer biathlon, and the real biathlon will come soon, so we will see.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And then you guys went from Summer Worlds, and then you had your own national championship event, which got a lot of attention online on social media. Now, I know this was not the specific event that you did in the evening, that night race where it was like a super sprint, but then a relay where you guys there was sort of the women got to pick their partners. But you guys have raced at night before with the flares. Like, is that just something you guys do every year and it just got a lot of attention this year? Or is that kind of a new thing for you guys?
Yeah, it's every year. It's every year. And to be honest, I quite hate this evening competitions.
Yeah.
Because we are quite tired after the sprint race from morning. And this year, especially, it was really warm weather. So we struggled a lot.
Yeah, it was hot for everybody.
Besides besides as an athlete that it's tough on your body, etc.
Yeah.
Do you like is it an atmosphere that you really like though, or appreciate, or are you more like, let me just be out on the daylight in the woods and on fresh snow? And
No, I like atmosphere of the biathlon races. It's always nice to hear and see many spectators. Can say that when there was COVID, I struggled because no spectators in stadiums. It was so boring for me, and I think for many more athletes.
Because can you explain a bit more to us? Like, I'm guessing that either soccer or ice hockey are going to be the biggest sports in Czech Republic. Where does biathlon rate in that? Would you say it's like the third most popular sport in the winter, or is there other sports that are more popular? Or?
Yes, I would say, like you are saying, biathlon is more and more popular, especially after the era of Gabriela Sokolova and Ondřej Moravec and the generation before us. It grew up really a lot. So yeah, I think in winter we are the sport number 2 after hockey, because we won this year's world championship. So we are hockey nation, would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, biathlon is number 2 in winter, I think.
Okay.
Well,
so
you can tell
more than soccer, even though
more than soccer in winter.
I guess
in winter.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, you can tell. I mean, you look at the stadium in Novo Mesto in the World Championships. I mean, every year, but especially the Worlds, they were absolutely packed, and the fans were seemed to love it. I mean, that had to be a phenomenal feeling to not just have that in your home country, but to be participating, to be one of the people they were cheering for.
Yeah. The atmosphere there was great. I think there was in 8 or 7 competing days to 250,000 people.
Whew.
Am I right? It was crazy.
That's phenomenal.
But
I always like too that I'm sure that a lot of them were from the Czech Republic, but there's always a lot of Germans that travel with the team, a lot of French. So it's not like you get only a home crowd. Now, I find home crowds are usually pretty good to all athletes anyway, but it was quite a spectacle, especially given the conditions. There was many reasons why it could have been not so good, but it was still incredible, right?
Yeah.
And would you say that's an advantage for you, or is it almost a disadvantage because of the added pressure and the...
It's hard to say because I haven't got some good race before in Novo Mesto, but when I'm in competition, I don't hear the crowd in my head.
Okay.
I am quite calm and I just trying to do my best. Of course, on the track, I'm hearing it, but on the shooting range, I'm quite calm. Don't know why, but I think it's better for me.
That's good.
Yeah.
But it was nice that fans were cheering not only for Czech competitors, but also for I think, for everyone. So that was nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's one thing I just like about biathlon so
Mhm.
much is you hardly ever, like you hear it a little bit sometimes, but it's not so much that they're against somebody. It's more that they're super excited about their home favorite, right? But
Yeah.
it's good. And then, are they having one again this year in Novo Mesto?
Yes,
World
there's World Cup.
Okay, but it's still pretty big though, right? Even if it's in quotes just a World Cup.
It's almost the same. It's almost the same.
Yeah. And how far? It's not too far from Prague, is it?
No. It's 3 hours.
Right.
2-3 hours from Prague.
Not bad at all.
Right.
Yeah.
You take flight and you are there really soon.
Yeah. Well,
When you were
close to Germany, relatively.
Yes, also.
When you were growing up, did you ever get a chance to go as a kid, as a fan, to go watch the races?
Yes, well, I was in the first World Championship in Novo Mesto.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I had flag on my face.
Yeah, that's great.
Blue, red, and white, and
Yeah.
You were cheering for Ondra Moravec and Michal Schlesinger. Yes.
That
Nice
had to be really neat. So by that point, obviously you were a biathlon fan. Did you know that, or were you already competing in biathlon, or how far were you in your personal biathlon journey?
Oh, that was, I think, after I already started to do biathlon, but I was 11 years old, 12. So I just
Very much a kid.
Very much kid. Yeah, I just started to do biathlon. So
yeah.
Like, were they always kind of your heroes already, like the biathletes, or were you more into hockey as a kid or other sports? Or
when I was really small, like 3 to 6 years, I was more downhill skier. So I watched also downhill skiing. Yes, I was almost every day in winter on the slope. And then my dad took me to do biathlon because in my village started new club, and it was I was 6 years old, I think, when I started.
Oh wow!
Yeah, quite young.
Yeah.
And since that, I was watching biathlon, and yeah, exactly like you said, of Olainer Berdalen and Emil Svensson, that were heroes for me. And also Czech guys like,
of course,
Schlesinger, Soukup, Moravec.
So you must have met those at some point. The Czech stars. You must have met those at some point, probably when you were still. I mean, you're still young now. But how was that? The guys that you were cheering as a young kid, and then all of a sudden you're shooting with them, and that must be quite the experience.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just I don't know how to say that. When I was young, I couldn't believe that one day I will be there. So it's really nice, I think, for every young biathlete when he can get to this level.
Right. And have you gotten used to that now? Like, if you still see like some of the big stars from before, or just the people that you're working with, like, is there still a wow moment every now and then when you see some? Or?
Oh, not already. They're just names. Some name is bigger, some name is like smaller, but not already like it was just wow. But now it's normal opponents.
Yeah.
You said that you started competing when you were 6?
Oh, not competing, training, but competing in biathlon, I think when I was 7, 8. Yeah.
Still pretty young. you have to understand, and I'm sure you know, like in the United States, like it's hard to find teenagers who are interested in biathlon, much less someone that age. So it's very it's hard to even fathom. Like it's very cool. And then by the time you're 11, 12, you're going to those races, and then you're on the path towards where you are today. At what point did you know, or did you have the sense of how far you would be able to make it? Like, were you dominating races as a 9, 10, 11-year-old, or was it just something you kept fighting and working for?
Oh, when I was young, I wasn't so good. I think I wasn't not good at all. So I think I just worked hard, and my first good races were about 15 years old. Yeah, there I started to achieve some better results. Yeah.
Was there ever, like, have you always kind of wanted to, like, be a professional biathlete? Was it always the goal? And were there moments where you started doubting yourself? Or
I think it was more like dream, because when you are young, you are just doing sport and you have joy and not thinking about it, and more like dreaming about it.
for real? Is it so how do, because I know, like, in Germany there's a lot of people that work for the police or the army, in other countries too. How does it work in the Czech Republic? Is it similar to that structure? Or?
No, we are not policemen or army. We are just biathletes. But yeah, we have some money from government. Like every month we are getting some money.
Okay.
But we are not policemen. We are just biathletes.
Right. And so you kind of have to, like, get your own sponsors and that kind of thing to make it.
Oh yes,
I guess financially.
We have some sponsors from the team, and we can have some extra sponsors personally.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have a group that helps you find those sponsors, or do you have to go out there and you're just doing it on your own? Like, do you have, like, parents or friends, or just a group that works with you?
Me personally, I don't have any sponsor. Just from team. We have quite a lot of sponsors.
Not yet. After this podcast, you're going to get sponsors coming in everywhere.
Yeah, maybe. I'm free.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I just think that's wild, to have to be reliant on that. It's hard, right? We glorify the lifestyle of professional athletes, but it's you're not exactly living the life of, like, trying to think of whoever, like Messi or Ronaldo. Like, you're not getting enormous salaries every year. Like, you're having to work hard and and make it work.
I'm a little surprised by that, because it sounds like a similar situation that, here in North America, the American and Canadian athletes are in, where they get some financial support from the government and some sponsors. But I kind of imagined that the Czech Republic, with the sport being so much more popular, that there would be a bit more support for you guys. But it sounds like it's not something you'll become a millionaire overnight.
No, we don't have that much money. No. Exactly. We are not football. We are not hockey. So
not hockey. Yeah.
So yeah, we can live, but we can get more money from the races. So
yeah, you do it for love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's what you said, right? You're literally living the dream. Like you're enabled financially to live the dream. But are you studying for, at some point after your career, or is that something that you've kind of put on hold until you're at that stage? Or
I'm now studying university,
okay,
like sport specialist. So maybe then I will be coach. Maybe not. We will see.
Yeah. Going back a few years, you mentioned that you first started having your good results when you were about 15. And I think you made your first world's team, your first international team when you were 18. So where are you in those 3 years? Like what does the competition level look like? Are there local competitions? Is there like a countrywide thing? What is the biathlon competition look like for that age group?
Yeah, we have Czech championship or Czech Cup, and it's always like we have three areas to do where you can do biathlon in Czech Republic. It's Nové Město, it's Jablonec nad Nisou, and it's Letohrad. And there are just Czech Cups in winter, and we are competing there between each other's, but only like Czech guys.
Yeah. You yourself are pretty young, and so are several of the members of the team. So you're 25, Tomas is 23, Jonas is 23. I mean, there's a bunch of you in this small age group.
Yeah.
Did you guys compete against each other when you guys were like 15, 16, 17 years old? And
exactly.
And then when you were competing against each other, who was the best?
Oh, it's changing. I think it's changing.
Yeah.
I was the oldest when we had those Czech champs. So sometimes won Mikuláš, sometimes it was me. So it's hard to say, but yeah, we know each other long time.
Yeah, and did you know, as you guys were in that age group, did you know already that, hey, these guys are the best, these are the ones that if I make it to the World Cup, like these will be the guys that will be on the team with me?
No, I think we couldn't imagine this what you are saying. We were young, and it was this dreaming.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It was a dream, but it's it's still, when you're that age, it's hard to imagine it actually happening. And here you are. In Finland, who knew?
In Finland.
All right, so you get your name to that first world's team, and so you go. And do you remember how you performed in those first races?
In World Cup?
At the World Championships in 2016.
2016 first World Championships. Oh, where it was?
They were in Romania.
Shele Gradište. Yeah. I remember. I think I was 7th in sprint.
Yes.
My shooting was 1+0, and
this is amazing. Yeah.
I think 6th was Sebastian Samuelsson.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. It was quite sad for me because I wasn't between the sixth best. So yeah, I was a little bit sad.
2.1 seconds back. That was an incredible first sprint race though on the youth championships, and then Alexander Fjeld Anderson was in 4th, and Andre Stromsheim was in 2nd. There were a couple Russians in there as well, but
nice,
pretty good for a first sprint. And I'm very impressed by that memory. That is that was really good.
Yeah,
I was going to ask, do you know where the miss went?
No. Sorry.
Do you remember if it was prone or standing though that you missed?
Sorry.
Do you remember if the miss was prone or standing?
Prone, definitely.
It was prone. Yeah.
Yeah. 0 plus 1. No.
Okay.
1 plus 0.
One
plus 0.
0.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. What is your favorite shooting? If you had to pick prone or standing?
I like both, but my shooting skills are better in prone. But I like shooting like whole thing, so yeah, no difference.
If you had to, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask, why do you think that that you're a little bit better in prone than standing? Besides that, standing is just a little bit harder.
I don't know. Maybe it's because my body type, because I'm a little bit shaking when I'm shooting standing.
Yep.
So maybe this is the reason.
Yeah, I'm curious because we talked to Hannah Kaminger a couple of weeks ago, and she talked about how from the very first time that she went shooting, like standing shooting, she was like, I am locked in, I can do this. And prone shooting for her has always been, a little bit different. So I'm always curious to know, is it just a feeling when you get there? Because one of my interests is like the mental aspect of performance. And so like, how much does it become that the feeling that you have sort of manifests itself in the performance that you have? So that's why I asked the question. First of all, was there something physical you do, but also was there like a mental mindset that you have when you get there?
Yeah, I like both shootings, but standing is always harder for me.
Yeah.
Not just mentally, but also physically.
Physically.
Yeah, because I have to be careful with how I say this, and I probably say it wrong. Typically, I would say women do have a bit more hip support than men. So I do find that physically, maybe that's just an advantage in general.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
No, but seriously, like,
a
general build of women, they just have a bit wider hips than men. And I don't know. I have no hips, and I find it always hard to lean on anything. So if you have a bit more support there,
maybe I should grow in my hips. So.
Yeah. So this is the key. You got to tell your coaches this. This is the key: is you need to get fatter. You just need to get fat around the hips.
No, but it's not fat.
I know.
Be very clear about that.
It's bones. It's bones.
It's just
I know.
I
don't think that Jakub has the ability at this point in the game to grow hip bones. So I think his only option is to get fat. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I tried my best on dinner, but I don't think so. It will be so good in the uphills. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because your skiing is amazing. Like,
it is.
You actually, I was going through your data. I actually found one race where you were the fastest skier of the race.
Yeah. It was in Holmenkollen.
Well, and that's it's not an easy stadium either.
Yeah.
Right.
But the day
did you just have super wax and?
Yeah, we had great skis. We had great skis, and my feeling was also there. So then I was able to beat Johannes.
But that said, there's a lot of athletes that when they have the best skis ever and are in prime shape, they still, wouldn't even beat the 10%. So just, I think for you to know that if everything is in the right state, that you have you can be super fast, if not the fastest, that must be quite the thrill for you.
Yeah, it's small advantage that I know when I'm in a stud that I can be pretty fast. So I think it's good for me. But sometimes it can be, I think, also bad, because especially when you don't have those skis what you need, then you can be stressed from it.
And so on a day like that where the skis are perfect and everything is clicking, is there still a risk that you ski so fast that it impacts your shooting, or when you're in that flow, it doesn't really cost more energy than otherwise.
Oh, I would say sometimes I can have good day and my shooting can be bad, and sometimes I can have the worst day ever and my shooting can be 0+0. So hard to say.
Yeah, and it kind of wanted me to go a little bit to your experience. Like for somebody who is currently 25,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope I wasn't showing up rude that I'm looking at a different screen because I was trying to get the data to have a precise answer to this, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to eyeball it. But of the 25-year-olds, you have 127 World Cup races. That is a lot of races
Mm-hmm.
at that age. I think Elvira Öberg has a bit more. And other than that, people are like Christo Simmer was 79. And this data is not 100% correct, but I know that you have a very high number of races. How, like, was there a stage? I'm assuming the first couple of races you were nervous, etc. Although you also raced at a younger level. But where did you feel that you were at the World Cup that it was sort of not an extra stress anymore to have that feel of being in the World Cup, if that makes sense?
I think you feel stress when you are 18 and also when you are 40 years old. So I think you should feel it. You should feel it, and
Right.
it's helping you to prepare you to do your best before the race, I think.
Mm-hmm. Would it be a bit different stress though? In this, like there can be sort of a adrenaline buildup out of excitement for a race, but also did you have more nerves when you were younger? Just the whole surrounding, like so many people all of a sudden watching you, and has that changed, or is it also still just kind of there? Or
yeah, maybe when I was younger, I was a little bit more nervous because some stadiums where I was, it was my first time, but I'm still nervous before every race, before Czech championship. I'm also nervous, so
right.
I think I need it a little bit.
Yeah, it can be a good driver for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, get that adrenaline right, so you could just take off, get out of there,
pump it up.
Are there stadiums or tracks that you really look forward to compared to some stadiums that you kind of hope that they're not on the calendar for the season?
I think it's because more it depends how I feel in that country. So
yeah,
I really like Hochfelsen because there is always perfect weather, and also like the track here.
Yeah.
And I don't like what I don't know. I like
Can I ask you
every tracks, and some tracks I like more.
Can I ask you about Hochfelsen in particular? If my memory serves me correct, there's a U-turn, there's like a sharp bend curve that comes off of a downhill. And it seems like every year somebody slides off the track coming around that curve. Do you guys, like the week before, do you prepare specifically for that so you're not slipping off? Or is it just, it's expected that, you guys are professionals, you'll be fine? I'm always surprised every year when I see people, sliding right off because they carried too much speed into the curve.
I'm not preparing for it, but I know about the turn, and it's always icy. And especially when you are starting the sprint with number 90, it's really hard. It's really hard. So it's maybe sometimes better to put speed down and make it clear than fall out the track.
Yeah,
That's another track too, where I think that there's a lot of ability to sort of see where other athletes are on a course. Do you, as an athlete, do you prefer that, or do you like more of an Antholz where you're in the woods, or you're where you can't see everybody as much?
In Antholz, I think it's the quite same, because you can see there also spectators.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't thinking Antholz by. I was thinking Kontiolahti, I think is actually what I had in my head. Yeah.
I like it because you know how you are going. It's easy. You see the difference, and that's about 20 seconds. That's about a minute.
Yes, yeah.
I'm slow, so you know it exactly.
Well, you're not slow, but I understand what you were saying.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, really not. Oh, now you got me distracted. I had a question right on the tip of my tongue, and you made me laugh. So
Well, maybe we're on the same page, Jordan.
Yeah.
I got triggered by you said, it's pretty hard, especially when you start in bib number 90. How do you feel about the change in start numbers?
I think sometimes it can be really tricky, and I think I don't like it. I don't like it because cross country skiing have it long time, what I remember, but I liked on biathlon that the race is open whole time, especially in sprint and individual race. You can win with number 100. So that was nice for me.
Well, theoretically, you should have better track conditions when you have a chance to start earlier, I suppose.
Sometimes yes, but sometimes it might be worse because of weather changing. So we will see. It will be same for everyone in the end. So we will see.
Yeah, you just have to get your results so that it starts impacting you, right? That you start in the third group.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, and another thing you triggered there with the stadiums, etc. How did you feel about racing in North America, in Soldier Hollow and Canmore?
I really like it. Yeah. I have good memories to America, and people were really nice there. It's not like in Czech Republic. Every people I've met there were really nice on us. In hotel, bus drivers, just everyone. It's in Czech Republic. It's really not like that. So It was really nice, and competitions were also good. Not many spectators there, but it was nice still.
Would you like it if it was like a standard thing on the calendar that the last couple of races are in North America, or maybe the first of the season?
Oh, I don't think so. If every year, but because it's really really hard for us, packing whole thing and a lot of skis, and traveling is hard, but I really like it.
Okay.
If I could be in charge of the IBU for one day, I think my suggestion would be to have it so you have the next Olympics are in 2026, and then come to do the North American in 2028, and then so in that middle year, that's when you would do the North American one. Anyway, when I'm in charge of the IBU for a day, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I remembered my question. Going back to RJ talking about you having 125 races on the World Cup. You clearly moved up to the World Cup at a younger age in order to accumulate all of those races by the time that you're 25. Do you think that there was a benefit to racing at such a young age on the World Cup as opposed to spending more time on the IBU Cup, where in theory you would have had higher finishes, or was it better just to go straight up to the World Cup and race against the best?
Understand. Now I think I would do it different and let me a little bit longer in junior races or IBU Cup, I think, or maybe just sometimes maybe World Cup, sometimes IBU Cup.
Sure.
Sometimes some free time also, because I was quite young, and it's like you are saying, it's a lot of races, so maybe sometimes I was tired, would say, from a lot of competitions. And I think for athletes head, it's better to have good results than be just somewhere behind in World Cup.
Yeah. Was there a reason for, and I don't know if you don't want to answer this question, that's fine. But was there a reason for bringing you up? Was it just your results at that point in the juniors races indicated that you were in the Czech team ready to move up, or was it like a conversation at all, or was it just, hey, Jakub, come on with us, we're going to the World Cup?
Yeah, exactly. It was like this. It was because of the situation those years in Czech biathlon, because there was like changing of generations. So Ondra and Boušek ended their careers. So there was any guys to race in the World Cup. And I was not that bad to be in, not that bad to be in IBU Cup. So yes, I was just there in World Cup all season.
Yeah. Because you were so young. I mean, you were really a kid. I think about how. So this is the 24-25 season. Next season's the Milan Olympics. Even by the time you get to the Milan Olympics, like, you're still at the very early part of what would be theoretically your peak years of competition. So like 2030 Olympics would be your peak years of competition in just following the curve. You were really, really young. So I mean, it had to be overwhelming at times.
Yeah, it can be. I think this can be advantage for me that I was already in China for the Olympics, so I know what will be in Anterselva or in Milano Cortina. So this can be advantage for me, I think.
Right.
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, it won't be new.
Exactly, it won't be new. But hopefully it will be with spectators. Sorry.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely.
And no COVID, no tests every morning.
No tests every morning. No COVID.
It was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah, on a beautiful venue, a beautiful course that people generally love. Yeah,
but really hard course.
Yeah, very hard. Yes, absolutely.
And so different, right? If I remember correctly, there were hardly any trees. It was just kind of a valley. You would go up on one side and go back on the other side. It's almost like you were in a really large stadium.
Anterselva, you mean?
No, I think China. Sorry,
China. Yeah.
And could you repeat it?
Oh no! If I remember correctly, there weren't a lot of trees on the track, and it was almost like you went up one way of the valley and then you came down the other way. Yeah. So it was almost like you're in this really big stadium.
Exactly.
So it's a very different experience, I think, from what you typically see in Europe, right?
Yeah, and not so good experience in my head. So I would place Olympics there where are already some biathlon tracks or courses. I think it's much better than build brand new just only for one competition. Yeah.
So that triggered a memory for me watching. I forgot how cold it was at the start of Beijing, or maybe it wasn't the start, but I remember like the tape on the faces and oh man, I was freezing just sitting on my couch, just watching it. It looked brutal.
Minus 20 and more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember seeing an interview. I think it was Eric Lesser, but I'm not sure. But that they were really debating, like, should I wear electric socks to keep my feet warm? But then it's different than my normal shoes. So then is it gonna, like, that? People were worried about that, right? Or electric gloves or heated gloves or that kind of thing. Did you have any heating packs in your shoes or gloves or anything?
No,
when you were racing?
I didn't have anything, but I remember I was really cold, so maybe I should buy something.
Yeah. Well, and then we had last season where it was sort of the opposite. It was just kind of warm. And so of course with global warming, that's kind of the way we're trending. But and so you had to have sort of the opposite. You know, how do you not overheat on the course? I remember seeing some of the races, and obviously Julia Simone went short sleeves pretty much as often as possible, but it's got to be a very I mean, it's almost an equally tough situation trying to deal with the wet, warm sloppiness.
I remember in Kenmore last race, I also used just short shirt.
Yeah.
Because it was really
that was crazy.
Yeah. And for me, just put off my head headband and try to stay cool, hydrate enough, and in the end it's the same for everyone, so you have to deal with it.
That's a great perspective.
I just had this memory when we were talking about how cold it was in Beijing, and for some reason I linked that with thinking of Sven Fischer, because I don't know if you remember, but he always had bare hands, like no gloves on. And I'm really curious what he would have done in a situation like that. But
he would have lost a finger.
Well, at least one, yeah. But I mean, I can't imagine if you always shoot without gloves that you, like, I've seen him in races where it was pretty darn cold too. And it's,
Crazy.
You guys are coming up. You're about a month away now. I think almost exactly a month away from the start of the season. Mentioned at the top your really excellent race at in Otapa for the Summer Worlds. What are kind of like the last things that you're really focusing on preparation wise over the last month?
Just stay healthy. I think it's a big goal. Stay healthy and have some good trainings, and but I think we trained a lot. We did a lot of good job, and now it's only about just to be better, to get on your top, and but the main goal now is stay healthy and prepare the best you can.
Was it a healthy off season? No injuries, illness, or anything?
I was sick before Anterselva.
Got it.
Before Wakati, we had trainings in Anterselva, and before Anterselva I was a little bit sick, so I hope it's over and now it will be okay all season.
For sure. You got it done.
No, I totally lost my train of thought that I had earlier, but
well, good, because I've got a silly question I need to ask you. So one of the things that is not confusing, I don't understand the origin of it, is the nicknames of the guys on the Czech roster. Maybe it's a Czech thing, but I don't wear, like, your nickname is Kubo. Like, I get that, like, coming from your name, but Kirchmart's name is Bimbo. Where does that come from? What is the origin of that?
I don't think so. It's only Czech thing, but
Okay.
yeah, we almost everyone in team has his own nickname. So
Got it. So what else? What other nicknames are there?
Tomáš Mikiska he is Tomba.
Okay.
If you know the ex downhill skier.
He's Italian, right?
Tomba la bomba.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because his first name is Tomáš, so it's quite close.
Yeah.
Then Jonáš Mareček is Johnny.
Okay.
Johnny, it's shorter.
Easy, yeah.
Shorter, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Václavík is Goat.
Goat.
Goat, yeah, he is Goat, the greatest of all time.
That's amazing.
No.
That's great.
Yeah. Or he's Václavík, he is Vaci.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. Yeah. And who else? I think that.
So, where does the bimbo come from?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
It just is.
It's just this. Not given from the team, but I think it's given already from the family. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly. Or his friends. I don't know exactly, to be honest.
Yeah.
And on the women's side, you're
allowed
to use?
Markéta Davidová is Makula, you know.
Yeah.
And then Jessica is Jess. Tereza Voborníková is Terka, but it's just shorter name, would say.
Yeah.
Sure.
In Czech language.
You cut out everything in the middle. Yep.
Yeah, it's easier. Then Lucy Karvatová is sometimes our mother, so we are saying her mom.
Oh,
mommy,
that's so nice.
Mommy.
It's so nice. You have a team mommy.
She's the oldest already, so.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's
that's I appreciate that, the behind the scenes to get the answers.
Yeah. Hey, I remember what I was going to ask you. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, and the coach on Ondra Moravec is Mori, just Mori.
Mori.
So I don't know if you've even seen my website, but I tend to do some data analysis and visualization. Just curious, as an athlete, I know most athletes will go to biathlon results to kind of look at their race later in the day or the next day. Do you use data at all, or do you go by feel and don't want to look into the data too much? Like what's your? Do you use it at all, or?
I think I'm using both. So when I'm in training, it's more about feelings in the moment, but then when I'm lying in bed and thinking about training and what I can do better, it's more about analytics and data, and we are using app where the coaches are writing data from trainings, like shooting percentage, and everything is there. So we can take a look to the analytics also.
Right. So you kind of go beyond just the typical data from the World Cup, but you actually have your training sessions and everything. And is it also, do you link that also with like heart rate measurement, that kind of thing?
Yeah, of course. And also sleeping management. So yeah, everything. But I think it's not normal already now in professional sport. You just want to know everything about your body.
Yeah, and it's tricky not to get lost in it sometimes, right? You just don't want to read too much into it, but like you said, if you sort of combine the data with how you felt, then I think that can be beneficial. But, Jordan and I were just talking about the new race suits. Did you guys have a new suit already, or is that out yet? Or
Not yet, but I have information that there is some small upload, so we will see.
Okay. We'll be looking for it.
Yeah, me too.
is it ever going to be? I think Jordan, you were saying there was a Czech athlete in the past that had a bright green.
Yeah,
Suit?
it was Jakub. When I was looking back at old pictures, there was
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
maybe it was I saw you in a uniform that had like bright green on it, and I didn't know if that was
Green?
if that was one. Yeah, green or yellow. If
Yeah,
that was like a juniors or if
it's
that was a
10 years ago, I think.
yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, yeah.
But it was a national suit.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are any chance we're going to see that again?
When you can write there Ondřej Moravec to Google in 2013 World Championships, and there you can see the.
No, but do you think you will see that color again in the future? Like, is it a specific color?
Sorry, I don't think so. Now.
No.
It's too crazy for Czech biathlon.
It's not good for television. Yeah.
But I liked that. I like
it too. Like something different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's
Exactly.
too much blue and
Mm-hmm.
dark blue and light blue and yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Blue, red, and white. That's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
National maybe colors. Sorry.
Of the new uniforms you've seen, do you have a favorite? Now we're really off the rails.
I think French.
Yeah. Okay, that was my reaction too, but a lot of people didn't like it.
No, why?
I don't know, because these people are not they don't have the right eyes. You and I have the right eyes. We can see the art. Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Norwegian
Right.
is a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my dog is starting to howl at us, and it's been about an hour. So I guess that's he's telling us that it's time to let you go. We have to let you go, get some rest. I think your roommate was coming in, so we gotta let you go back to.
Out there. He's
there you go.
There,
See?
no problem.
Yeah. There you go. Well, we'll let you guys go and have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for
That was
having
great.
me.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciated it. It's taken us a while. I think I first started talking to Carl back in August. So we got it to happen the day before Halloween. So that's fantastic.
No problem. My pleasure.
And have a great season.
Yes, absolutely. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Go kick butt. All right, man.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
See you.